Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Rudabeh Shabazi. Heavy rain, powerful winds, and dangerous flash flooding pummeling South Florida. Naples, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach, as well as Melbourne, hit the hardest. Multiple high water rescues were performed in Miami, where some areas received more than 10 inches of rain. Airlines canceling more than 500 flights as of this morning, including into and out of the Miami and Fort Lauderdale airports. NewsNation's Gerard Jabali is tracking this weekend system. And Gerard, Florida, no stranger to this brutal weather.
You would certainly know that, Rudabeh, being a former resident of Miami. So this is going to be still an issue for them. This particular storm, despite the warnings, may have been a little more than many South Floridians expected. Cars slowly trudging through waterlogged roads as a tropical system produces flash flooding across South Florida. Ironically, parts of the Sunshine State saw more than 10 inches of rain in the last 36 hours. Our own Ileana Diaz lives in Miami. She's experiencing the flooding firsthand.
Most of the heavy storms already passed through here, but they left a mess in their path. Many neighborhoods like this one are still shut down in Miami because there's so much standing water. Just an hour ago, this water came to my knees.
Potential Tropical Cyclone 1, its official title, spread rain throughout the northern Caribbean. Gusty winds and heavy rain battering Cuba, where reports indicate 2 people are dead and another person is missing. The storm began as Hurricane Agatha on the Pacific side of Mexico before losing steam as it crossed the Yucatan Peninsula. Meteorologists at the National Hurricane Center still anticipate it to form into Tropical Storm Alex as it exits Florida and emerges into the Atlantic. Now, emergency crews in the Miami area are helping stranded homeowners and motorists in need. They're also urging people to stay inside and off the roads until the floodwaters subside. The mayor of Miami-Dade County says crews are working hard to manage the situation, but residents must be aware of the many hazards.
Let's be smart. Let's not go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Well, let's be sure to stay up above the water line. And of course, there's some dangers in those waters as well. Electrical lines that may be down. Fortunately, we averted the worst of the storm, but it's an early warning system for us for a busy hurricane season.
The Atlantic hurricane season officially began this past Tuesday, and most indications show that the 2022 season will be a busy one. So this system no longer poses any big threat to the U.S., but let's take a look at its current position, though, and the strength that we're going to be seeing this. We'll be looking at a lot of thunderstorms and rain activity. We're talking about off into the Bahamas region today, and that is the end of the system as it continues out to the Atlantic. So the center of it still fairly removed from where all that activity happening as it is just off of central Florida. Okay, so on the radar picture, most of the rain has exited. However, we have one stubborn little band of rain sticking around parts of Florida, and we do see one flash flood warning near Boca Raton, Florida. We're going to continue to see the thunderstorm threat going down, but we have had quite a bit of rainfall, anywhere from a half a foot to nearly a foot of rainfall there in Miami. Now, Florida, very used to getting very heavy rainfall, but that's still too much for the cities to be able to handle. The system continuing to exit out into the Atlantic here. We're going to see it likely still form into Tropical Storm Alex before all is said and done, but not a problem. Now, here's the interesting thing, Rudabeh. We're still talking the fact that this is just the very beginning of hurricane season. It began on June 1st, and we still have a long way to go before we even reach the peak. We've already seen one storm. It already made impact on land here in the United States, and we have plenty more to go. The latest forecast is that this is going to be a very busy season. One of the forecasts from Colorado State University showing around 20 tropical systems will be named, 10 of those becoming hurricanes, 5 of those becoming major hurricanes. And the National Hurricane Center, NOAA, agrees here that it's going to be a 65% chance of an above average season. So we're just getting started here. We have a lot more to go. We're going to have to be very vigilant throughout the season as we move forward.
Just the tip of the iceberg, Gerard. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.